real deal. Unlike other value meals, this box won't leave you hungry. Whoa! Can you believe all this food fits in one box?
Arby's, we have the meats.
Do you want your life savings and assets safe from the creditors and government after your death? Do you want to save time and confusion to your loved ones for the process of estate planning? Is it important to you to create a plan to provide security for you and your family? Will protect your assets from the creditors. Don't wait. Call David M. Grant, attorney at law, for all your estate planning needs. Call today, 702-938-2244 for a free 30-minute consultation.
This season, protect yourself and all the things you care about. Get the COVID-19 vaccine and get on with life.
You know, an author once said, before you have a dog, you can't quite imagine what living with one might be like. And afterwards, you can't imagine living any other way. They don't know evil, jealousy, or hate. To sit with a dog on a glorious day is like heaven. Where doing nothing isn't boring, it's peaceful. When the right dog finds the right human, it's as if it always was and always will be. They protect each other, love each other, teach each other. More importantly, they never let the other down.
It's a new year and time to start something new. That's why at Saida Trudeau, we're having the Start Something New sales event. Starting now and all month long, we are celebrating the new year with incredible savings on every new vehicle in stock. I'm talking about every new 2025 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500. Every new 2025 and 2026 Jeep Compass and Grand Cherokee. You can save big on all new 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4xEs and Gladiators. We have Nye County's largest inventory, but if you don't see what you're looking for, let us do the legwork for you. Our professional locators have years of experience locating vehicles of your dreams. At Saida Trudeau, we don't use bait and switch tactics. We treat you like a friend and neighbor. Come see the difference for yourself with the Start Something New sales event all month long at Saida Trudeau, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, your original hometown dealer.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating, new, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry. Thanks for joining us on Ace Country Radio, and we're also streaming at KPVM.TV. We're also on your Roku devices. It is Thursday, January 29th. And our top story in our arrest report today, a suspect is taken into custody on gun charges and for reportedly stalking a woman he was in a prior relationship with. Police officers warn those in similar situations. Haley Grabby reports.
Nye County deputies responded to a residence in Pahrump following reports of threats, harassment, and stalking. According to authorities, a woman reported that a man she had previously been in a relationship with had been repeatedly contacting her throughout the morning by phone calls, text messages, and voicemails after she told him he was not allowed at her residence while she was at work. She told deputies she feared the situation was escalating and was concerned he might become violent. The woman stated the man later went to her workplace, caused a disturbance, and then returned to the area of her residence where he allegedly continued honking his vehicle horn and yelling outside the property. Deputies say dispatchers also received calls from the suspect during the day in which he was described as agitated and confrontational. At one point, he allegedly made statements about confronting people at the residence. Later in the afternoon, a second individual at the property reported that the suspect confronted him and displayed a handgun while making a threatening statement. The witness told deputies he felt intimidated and left the area. No shots were fired and no injuries were reported. Investigators reviewed numerous phone calls, messages, and voicemails reportedly sent throughout the day. Multiple neighbors also reported hearing prolonged horn honking and yelling coming from a vehicle in front of the residence. Authorities say the woman ultimately chose to pursue charges after the alleged weapon display and continued threats. Based on the investigation, deputies determined there was a probable cause to arrest the man for aggravated stalking. Anyone experiencing harassment or threats is encouraged to contact local law enforcement. If you feel you are in immediate danger, call 911. Zachary Pryor was also later charged with owning or possessing a gun by a prohibited person after turning himself in.
In more local news, Cody Whipple is running for Nevada's 4th congressional district and says he has a message for voters. Campaign season is well underway this midterm year, and News 25 will have all the coverage you need right through Election Day.
During Wednesday's Nye County Republican Club meeting, News 25 had the opportunity to speak one-on-one with Cody Whipple, a Republican candidate running for Nevada's 4th congressional district. Here's what Whipple had to say.
Hey, Cody Whipple here. I'm at the new Republican Club here in Nye County. What an amazing turnout this event has become. I'm a 4th-generation Nevada cattle rancher, coach, father, all Nevada, right? I'm the guy that's going to bring the representation from Nevada to Washington. Of course, Stephen Hordsford has been representing Washington for way too long in Nevada, so we got to flip that. Excited about our race, Congressional District 4. It's one of the top targets from the NRCC to help President Trump keep the House in 2026. We've got to win this election. We've got to keep this House. It's going to be the difference for the next few years for President Trump to continue with his agenda, continuing securing the borders, bringing down housing, and a lot of things that are going to affect North Las Vegas and Congressional District 4. Very excited to be here today. This turnout was amazing. When I'm elected in CD4, what we're planning to do is I'm that guy that can bring the rural areas together with the urban areas. And what I mean there is I understand how difficult it is to travel. We need passing lanes, we need rest stops, we need broadband, we need infrastructure with cellular communications, the things that will keep our communities safer and encourage people to come and tour through our industries, the tour industry that we have in CD4. We've got a lot of state parks, we have a lot of beautiful areas, but people sometimes don't want to come out to these rural areas because they just don't feel as safe. We want to get past that, bring a lot of safe communities into Congressional District 4. Obviously, I'm a big fan of all the high schools and the schools in Congressional District 4. I want to bring as much money as we can. I want to be there when President Trump gets rid of the Department of Education. There's a lot of work that's got to be done so that we make sure that Nevada schools get what they deserve. And what I'm going to do in Congress is those mothers, be it in North Las Vegas, in Congressional District 4, that are sitting at their dining room tables, figuring out health care, jobs, and the future for their families. I want them to know that I'm thinking of their families as well. I appreciate the time. Please vote Cody Whipple for Congress. It was great to be here today. I thank you very much. You guys have a great week.
And Nevada Governor Joe Lombardo offers a glowing endorsement this week for Assemblyman and Nevada State Representative Gregory Hafen. News 25's Chris Palermo has more from the candidate and what this announcement means.
Nevada Governor Joe Lombardo recently endorsed Minority Leader Gregory Hafen. The governor said in his statement that Greg's deep roots in southern Nevada and his private sector experience give him the right perspective to tackle the pressing challenges facing our state. Greg has been a strong partner in advancing responsible budgeting, pro-growth policies, and common sense solutions that put Nevada families first. We spoke with Gregory Hayfin via Zoom, and he began by telling us the people and the areas he serves.
So I actually only represent half of Pahrump. My district stops at Bella Vista, and then
Okay.
Berger covers the other half. And then I go into Las Vegas, Indian Springs, West Summerlin, Providence, all the way over to the M Resort, and circle kind of around the outskirts, what used to be the old horse property in Las Vegas.
You are covering a lot of ground, so let's hyper-focus on a very special announcement just the other day. Governor Joe Lombardo has endorsed you. Tell us about that.
You know, it's a huge honor to have his support. It's been amazing working with him. He's done so much to help move the state in the right direction, and really, you just look at what he's done in healthcare, education. And now, as I was mentioned to you earlier, with President Trump bringing the additional $180 million a year to rural Nevada for healthcare, is going to be amazing. And so I look forward to serving with Governor Lombardo again, and it's an absolute honor to have his support.
So as I was looking through the announcement, he had mentioned in there that he really likes your private sector experience. How does that come into play with a lawmaker and an everyday individual?
You know, I understand the difficulties that the private sector deals with when it comes to regulatory agencies. As you know, I run a small water and sewer company, so I get to see all the state agencies and the hurdles and headaches that go along with running a business. But then I also get to see, you know, the good parts of the state and how those agencies work, and really bring my expertise to the legislature to say, here's both sides, let's put them together, and let's make Nevada as efficient as humanly possible.
News 25 will be right back.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. We've been honored to be recognized by Best of Las Vegas and receive the Best Attorney in Pahrump for the past 4 years running. Awards are great, but helping clients get the money they deserve is why we're in business. After you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important not to listen to the insurance companies. Give us a call today, 775-727-9900. With offices in Pahrump, Southwest Vegas, and Summerlin, our team is here ready to fight for you for the money you're entitled to. So give us a call today.
It's a new year, a chance to reset, refocus, and chase new goals. At 87 years old, Willie has more energy than most of us on our best day. This year, her resolution is simple: stay active through her favorite online workout classes. But her internet provider can't keep up. Just when it looks like her resolution is over, Valley Communications steps in with a connection that actually works. With VCA Fiber, buffering doesn't get in the way. Videos load instantly. Workouts stay on track. VCA Fiber. New year, new speeds.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, unfortunately, tourists flying into Harry Reid International Airport declined in 2025 compared to the previous year. But the numbers were still strong enough to mark the third busiest year in that airport's history.
According to the Clark County Department of Aviation, nearly 55 million passengers passed through the airport last year. That's a 5.9% drop from 2024, when passenger traffic topped 58 million. The decline mirrors broader challenges for Las Vegas tourism. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority reports overall visitor volume in 2025 was down 7.5% from the previous year. Airport officials also point to the longest federal government shutdown in U.S. history as a contributing factor. During that time, the FAA briefly reduced the number of flights arriving in Las Vegas. International travel took an even bigger hit, falling 7.4% from 3.7 million passengers in 2024 to about 3.43 million in 2025. Among the 5 largest domestic airlines serving Las Vegas, only Southwest and United reported passenger increases. Delta, American, and Frontier all saw declines. Canadian carriers were hit especially hard. WestJet's passenger total dropped nearly 28%, while Air Canada saw a decrease of almost 22%. Overall, domestic travel totaled about 50.6 million passengers in 2025, down from nearly 53.8 million the year before. Looking ahead, airport officials say they're optimistic with plans to expand international service this year, including new seasonal non-stop flights to Paris on Air France, along with continued capital improvement projects at the airport.
And did you know that every 2 seconds here in the U.S., someone requires a blood transfusion? And for more than 42,000 of blood products that are used daily, that makes a steady community participation critical, especially this year. In today's health report, we learned sadly that there is an ongoing blood donation shortage.
In December, snow, ice, and frigid temperatures caused thousands of blood donation appointments nationwide to go unfilled. And even though we don't experience those harsh winter conditions here, we're still affected by blood donation shortfalls. When combined with busy holiday schedules and seasonal illness, these disruptions have made it increasingly difficult to maintain a reliable flow of blood products to hospitals.
The Red Cross works continuously over the year to be able to develop a ample blood inventory to support the needs of patients in hospitals across the country. However, due to factors like high levels of flu activity and severe winter weather, the hospital need has really outpaced our ability to keep up with blood collections for patients, and our available blood supply has decreased by just over a third, which is quite significant.
Currently, hospitals across the country, including those in Las Vegas, are being forced to triage critical blood products. Patients who rely on transfusions, including trauma victims, mothers in childbirth, and those battling cancer or sickle cell disease, face serious risks.
So the best way to help during these periods of shortages is to try to make a donation appointment as soon as you're able to. You can do that easily on redcrossblood.org, putting in your zip code and finding a drive that's most convenient to you. And by scheduling an appointment, that allows you to prepare for your blood donation.
The Red Cross notes that donors with blood types O, A negative, and B negative are especially encouraged to give at this time, though all blood types are needed to help support hospital demands.
We're saying a special congratulations to 2 former UNLV track stars who are now headed to the U.S. Olympic bobsled team, and they're on that roster for this 2026 Winter Games.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. The Vegas Golden Knights are back on home ice Thursday tonight, hosting the Dallas Stars. So yes, expect goals, hits, and at least one fan yelling, "Shoot!" from the upper deck. Now to the fast track. Literally, 2 former UNLV track and field standouts are trading spikes for speed. Keisha Love and Azaria Hill have been named to the U.S. Olympic bobsled roster for the 2026 Winter Games in Milano Cortina. Love is the reigning world monobob champion and is headed to her second Olympics after competing in Beijing in 2022. Hill joined Team USA in 2023 and made quite the entrance, piloting a 2-woman sled with Love to a first-place finish in the North American Cup. In football news, Las Vegas Raiders defensive coordinator Patrick Graham is packing his bags and heading east. Graham has reportedly accepted the same role with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And finally, on the high school hardwood, mark your calendars for January 30th as the Plum Valley Trojans boys and girls basketball hit the road to take on Moapa Valley. JV tips off at 3:30. B-Team follows at 5, and Varsity closes the night at 6:30 p.m. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Love Mikey Ruhan as much as we do? Well, there's more from him in our Classic Country segment update after this break.
Car wreck? Check. Motorcycle wreck? Check. Truck wreck? Check. Bicycle wreck? Check. UFO wreck? What? In a wreck? You need a check. Call Lerner and Rowe today.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Start the new year in a new ride at Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza, your hometown Chevy headquarters. January is the perfect time to upgrade. And right now, Chevrolet is rolling out huge New Year's savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs you already love. Whether you're looking for a Silverado, Equinox, Trailblazer, or Traverse, you'll find great financing offers, special factory incentives, and serious savings waiting for you. And here's even more good news. Construction is going great on our brand new edition, which means even more inventory, even more selection, and even better buying experience coming your way. But don't wait. These January Chevy deals won't last forever. Shop online right now at PaHrumpCars.com or come see us in person at Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza, where hometown service beats big city selection. Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza, online at PaHrumpCars.com, and on your way to a better ride today.
Happy retirement. So, Dad, what are you gonna do next?
We just miss being around kids.
And we aren't done yet.
Milton Hershey School house parents? What's that?
And the school provides everything we need to make a difference in these kids' lives.
There'll be people like us from all over the country. And we'll save even more money because we won't have to pay for housing, utilities, and meals.
Discover what's next at Milton Hershey School.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Garner, and I'm working with Save the Children to fight for kids' futures. Poverty impacts 11 million children in the U.S., forcing families to make impossible choices. Every day, parents in rural America are deciding between essentials just to survive: gas or groceries, lunch or laundry, rent or running water. 1 in 5 children are hungry right now because of impossible choices like these. They're more likely to start school significantly behind their peers, and they may never catch up. Growing up in West Virginia, I saw kids living with hunger and poverty, and I've seen the impact Save the Children has on their lives. They give children the nutritious food and learning opportunities they need to thrive, so families don't have to choose. To learn more about how we help kids in rural America, go to SaveTheChildren.org.
Big rigs can cause big injuries. Get big help. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, a true voice of classic country stops by KPVM as Lacey J. Dalton pays a special visit here. And she and longtime bandmate Dale Pony share an intimate acoustic set just ahead of a full Sunday morning broadcast.
This week, KPVM welcomed country icon Lacey J. Dalton to our studios for a rare acoustic session with bandmate Dale Pony. Here's a preview of that performance, and you can catch the full Classic Country Breakfast this Sunday morning at 8 on Ace Country 103.1.
Call me left wing, call me right. We are split right down the middle in this fight. Provided we fall, that will not change. It's just the devil by a different name, boys. Devil by a different name. Hey, this wicked world is dancing with the devil in a wild and crazy hurdy-gurdy dance. Caught up in the frenzy and the revel, there's a dreadful price to Call me rabbi, call me priest. We are brothers separated by belief. But a loveless faith is a ball and chain. It's devil by a different name, boys. Devil by a different name.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's take a sneak peek outside during our last days of January at this beautiful scene of wild horses, and look at the new baby foal. And his name is Zephyr. Look at Zephyr go on this beautiful day. A closer look in weather next.
America is great and Pahrump is awesome. We have room for our furry friends, and when it's time to care for them, we have the best feed store, Shadow Mountain Feed. Who did Siegfried and Roy call on when their dolphin quit eating? Shadow Mountain Feed. They developed a nutrition solution right in their store. From elephants to dogs and everything in between, they have what you need to feed, grow, and show your animals. They have everything except bread. Don't go there for bread. Shadow Mountain Feed, your one-stop care center for your best friends. At 2371 West Bella Vista, call 775-727-5527.
Mom's Diner, the heart of Pahrump, is open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Something fun is always happening here, from the arrival of classic antique cars to watching the diner enjoy a Momstrosity burger. The food is so good, you'll think they stole your mama. Mom's Diner is open daily from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., 1242 East State Street, number 100. Dine in or take out. Call 775-751-9929.
Looking to stock up for the weekend? Make it quick and easy at Liquor and Tobacco Express. From crowd favorites like Crown Royal to premium pours like Weller, they've got the selection you're looking for. Need something special? They deliver and handle specialty orders too. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Find them at 1190 East Highway 372, Suite 5. Liquor and Tobacco Express. Fast, friendly, and fully stocked.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Time to take a look now at our current and future weather conditions in Pahrump, Las Vegas, and throughout Nevada. Death Valley's high today, 75. Then they drop down from that balmy degree to the upper 40s overnight. Las Vegas remained chilly today with highs only in the mid-60s. Then we're dropping back down to the low 40s overnight. Amargosa nearly reaches 70 today, just 2 degrees shy, but then drops down to 39 overnight. Beatty tops out at 65, Goldfield's high only 52 degrees today, then dropping down to the mid-20s overnight. Tonopah tops out at 49, then drops to 25. Carson City's high today only 55 degrees, then they drop down to a chilly 27 overnight. The near weather twins of Fallon and Fernley top out in the mid-50s, then drop down to the mid to low 20s overnight. Currently in Pahrump, it is 59 degrees. We reached a high today of 67 with winds out of the east-southeast at 4 miles per hour. Humidity was moderate at 20%. Sunrise was at 6:46 a.m. And tonight, we can expect an overnight low in Pahrump of 36 degrees. It will be chilly with winds out of the northeast at 4 miles per hour. Humidity more than doubles to 44%. Sunset was at 5:07 p.m. And looking ahead to our 7-day forecast, we're nearly reaching 70 tomorrow with sunny skies. Humidity remains high at 39%. Then for the weekend, we are going to be in the low 70s. It's going to be a beautiful weekend, topping out near 73 and dropping down to the mid to low 40s overnight. The beginning of our work week, partly cloudy skies roll back in. The temperatures continue to remain steady though, with highs in the low 70s and lows in the low 40s. It remains that way and through the middle of our work week next week. So enjoy this late January, early February weather. That does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the air next newscast. Good night.